Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and we're back today at the Pink Kingdom house to have a look at what I've done with the garden. I decided, because of these big planter pots at the front of the house that are sort of cottage garden, English rose garden, flower garden sort of inspired theme, was probably the way I wanted to go, and I wanted to keep it very simple. So I started with a koi pond and then just put a profusion of flora and vegetation around it. So we've got lots of roses in there, and then we've added begonias and lilacs and lots of other little flowery plants to add a profusion of colour. So I've just made each section of the garden a random grouping of different colours altogether, so that everywhere you look it's all different and there's lots of busy beautiful flowers and tons of colour in it. And then around we've used lots and lots of the same plants just to add a flower bed all the way around the garden. Added a little hammock over this side, and then over the other side we've added seating to sort of mirror it. A beautiful fountain here again with a profusion of flowers around it, so we've got that English rose cottage garden feel. Lilacs, oleanders, begonias, dahlias, roses, lavender, probably lots of other things that I've even forgotten, but I think that's the basis of the plant work that I've used in all four corners of the garden. So we've got big light flower beds in all four corners of the garden, and in the front we've got two ponds, and in the back we've got two fountains as centerpieces, and then we've got the little seating at the back of the house there. And then in the centre of the garden, as you can see, we've got some more seating, and have made like a big shaded greenery and tree section to hide the seating away from the rest of the garden. So you've got another little seating nook right at the back, so you can get an idea of how I've just constructed it with different heights of flowers and trees and basically leafy plants around the edge of it to give you that little shaded hidden nook to sit in. So that's like a big curve. It's almost a circle until it reaches the fence around, with just a one access point right in the middle at the front. So I'll just slowly show you all the plants that I've added into this, so you can see how I've graded by the sizes have gone down to the exit there, look, and then they go back up again and round at the side there. You add some different colours and variations and leaf textures and flowers and things in there, and a little bit of lavender again in there at the basis of the foliage for some of that beautiful scent that can waft throughout the whole of the garden. And then the stepping stone paths of course lead throughout the garden to all the little nooks and crannies and decorative places. And then I've kind of mirrored at the opposite side with another fountain, but the colours in the flower bed are different and the fountain is different. So we've sort of got a mirrored texture to the garden, but it's not the same because every flower bed is different combinations of colours. You see, this one's much more bright pinks and reds, so we've changed it as we go around. We've got the little border of the flowers again there, and then we've got a beautiful gazebo for sitting out with a table and chairs in it as the focal seating point for this side. So this is the biggest seating section in the garden. And then our final corner, we've got the bigger of the two koi ponds here, and another profusion of flowers surrounding it at the back. Now you can see the textures that I've gone for. So I've just started right in the back corner with the lavender, and then worked out with a couple of oleanders, added a few tall roses, and then just kept spreading out and adding in different size plants to add the sort of layering texture and to add lots of different colours in, so you've got that profusion of bright colours. So no two beds are the same, and no two builds will ever be the same, because you'll never exactly recreate that sort of higgledy-piggledy garden, which is kind of the hallmark of an English flower garden. So I'll just have one last wander around the garden so you can take it all in a little bit to see what I've done. There you go. Let's have a quick look up at the other side of the garden for you. There's our pink house. You can go back and see all the videos for the interior of the house. So I have no idea what the garden competition's going to think of what I've done with the garden. It was definitely inspired by the English natural loose look. Ooh, they really liked it. They gave me 5 stars for my plants and my layout. I'm just a couple short for the equipment, which, well, we didn't really put any equipment in there, did we? It's going to increase the house value by 40%. Oh, awesome. That's phenomenal. Oh, I'm very pleased with that, because I just built what I thought was going to be fun, and it actually turned out well for us. Ooh, they're really low prices for the house, though, aren't they? Because, I mean, it cost me 105 to start with, so some of them are offering me less than I originally paid for it, which seems rather low. So I'm really glad that we did the garden competition, because otherwise our profit would have been very, very minimal. Oh, really glad we did the garden competition then, because that's almost entirely the entire profit, so that's really good that we managed to do that. I'm really pleased with that garden then. It was very pretty and it made us a huge profit, where the house didn't. So let's take a look at the pictures from the interior. If you want to see the interior makeovers, please go back to the earlier full videos on the Pink Kingdom house. So we get some decent views of the inside. As you can see, we kept a couple of the places pretty much the way it originally was with the house to keep the theme of the Pink Kingdom house, and then renovated some of it. Oh, we didn't get a nice picture of the garden, that's a shame. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From Soft Kitty 99, goodbye and happy games!